everyone, it's Jess from Meyer Hatchery. It's February and we're talking everything waterfowl this month. A question we receive often is, why aren't my ducks or my geese laying eggs? Well, there's a couple things that you want to keep in mind when it comes to your waterfowl and laying eggs, and here are a few things that you may want to consider. First is, think about your ducks or your geese age. If they're too young, they're not going to be laying. If they mature maybe late in the season, you may have to wait a little bit longer to get your eggs. So you definitely want to take a look at their age. If they're older, if they are starting to get 3, 4, 5 years old, their laying is going to start to decrease. So you want to keep that in mind as well. Another thing is, and it's just like our chickens, you want to take a look at their feed. If you notice that you're not getting eggs, or the eggs that you're getting maybe have thin shells, then you need to look at the feed that you're feeding your ducks and your geese, and are they getting the right nutrition that they need in those eggs, and make those adjustments. Another thing you want to consider is temperature fluctuations. It's cold here in Northeast Ohio, and I noticed that my ducks will slow down when we've had significant drops. You know, maybe we've gone from 40 degrees to 2 degrees. I'm not going to see any eggs during that time. And the same goes in the summer. If we get some really extreme heat, I'll notice that my birds will back off. They're taking care of themselves and their bodies, and it's okay if they take a little time off. As we're dealing with the temperature changes, they're dealing with it as well. Another thing you want to consider is molt. Our ducks and our geese are going to molt just like our chickens do, and when they're going through that process, they're going to stop laying their eggs, and they're going to focus on getting rid of those old yucky feathers and growing those new strong feathers. And after they have their full feathers back, they'll go back to laying consistently. The last thing that you want to consider is stress. You want to make sure that if you're getting eggs consistently and all of a sudden it just stops, and maybe you look in the snow or maybe you look in the mud and you see a lot of tracks, you see some canine tracks or maybe some handprints that look like raccoons, the stress is going to cause your waterfowl to stop laying. So you want to make sure that there isn't any stress around the coop. If there's a predator around your coop, you need to take the necessary steps to fix that. The other thing is if you add other birds in. So maybe you got some established ducks and you add some more ducks into your coop, you may notice that while they're getting used to each other, that laying may slow down, but that doesn't take long, and usually they pick right back up. Hopefully I've given you some insight as to why your waterfowl may not be laying eggs. If you have any questions, be sure to let us know in the comments below. Speaking of eggs, I think I'm gonna go enjoy one of my duck eggs. Thank you so much for watching.